Hey everybody, Scott Radigan here from Functional Lawyer, and today I've got some great news for those of you who want to expand your telemedicine practice, but are afraid of crossing state lines, as you should be if you don't have a license where the patients are located. There's plenty of information about all of that interstate licensing here at Functional Lawyer, but today we have good news, and that is that back in 2019, the state of Florida passed a law allowing out-of-state providers to practice telemedicine in Florida. Great news, right? All you have to do is register with the state of Florida, the Department of Health, and follow a few basic rules that are pretty easy. And you now have access to 21.7 million new potential patients, and you're doing it legally. You have a full telemedicine license in Florida. There are a couple of restrictions. You can't really open an office in Florida and a few others, and we'll talk about some of those. But if you wanted to skip all this and read about it and start applying right now, I have the six-step process to register as a telemedicine provider in Florida. You can go download this. It's a step-by-step PDF guide for you to go ahead and get registered in Florida. Where you get that, and I'll put a link here below, is functionallawyer.com/Florida. That should be pretty easy to remember, functionallawyer.com/Florida. And you can get this free guide absolutely free. Doesn't cost anything, and it walks you through the process. So it's, determine if you're eligible, because not every single provider is eligible. However, there are a lot of providers that are eligible. It's not just for MDs or DOs or similarly licensed individuals. It goes from that level all the way down to physical therapists and almost everyone in between. So you want to check that your license is eligible to do this. Then you fill out the application on the state website, get your license verified from your own state, and then get a registered agent, and a few other steps. And so they're all in here. Very easy to do. Go there, download the PDF, functionallawyer.com/Florida. Very easy to do. Now, a couple questions that I get about this are, one is the state's is going to require that you have a registered agent in the state of Florida. For those of you that don't know what that means, a registered agent is just a person that is physically present in the state, in this case, has a physical address, and that everybody else knows how to deliver formal documents to you, formal documents meaning usually legal notices to you or your company. So in this case, they'll want you to have a registered agent in the state of Florida. The next question is, how do I find one? There are a lot of services that do it. It doesn't need to be a lawyer. It doesn't even need to be anybody that's a professional. It can be your friend that lives in Miami. It can be anything like that. There are some requirements. They have to usually be available at that address during a couple hours a day, usually during business hours. So what I normally tell people is just Google registered agent services Florida, and you'll find 5 or 6 that are available for somewhere between $50 and $100 a year. There are whole companies that do this. LegalZoom does it. Zen Business is another one. InkFile does it as well. Those are 3 of the bigger names that do it, and it's that simple. Then you want to also make sure once you get your application in, you're approved, that you follow the rules here, very minimal rules that you have to follow in order to stay eligible. But then you also want to make sure you're using your telemedicine consent, not just in Florida, but for any telemedicine encounters you're using. And we have that as well at functionallawyer.com. So welcome to Florida. I live in Florida, so welcome. Come fill up your practice with some of our patients here, and sleep well knowing that you've done it legally the right way, that you have an actual license that says you're allowed to do it. And if you have any questions about it, don't hesitate to reach out to me through any of our channels here, but definitely at functionallawyer.com. And we'll see you in the next video.